Today we're having a look at the Atom Cat's Garage, one of my favourite factions in the game, if only they had a little more involvement in the main questline. This is Rowdy. Normally she's found standing in the garage, but a lot of them will wander about. She is very important to talk to because she sells a few very unique items. So not only does she sell all the Atom Cat's armour for the T60. That's the only armour you can actually put their special paint job onto. She sells a power armour frame, the Warwick pump part, which you'll get later on when you're trying to join the Atom Cats, and the custom paint job. Now, it says 11,000, but this is a very low charisma character that just exited the vault, so it should be a lot cheaper for you when you try and buy it. And I think once you even join them, it might get even cheaper again. Now, as for power armor around here, that's not the only thing you'll want to grab. There is a bobblehead for your collection. This little guy is the unarmed one. When words fail, there's always fists. Permanently gain 25% critical damage with unarmed attack. So if that's the particular build you're running, or if you just want to add to the collection, be sure to pick it up. There's a fusion core that you can take. Don't worry, that's not regarded as stealing, although a lot of other things are. Now, this power armor here is always missing the helmet, and it says that there is 2 bits to it. I believe you can take one of them, or you can take all of them. It is counted as stealing, but if you climb into it, you will lose one of the full sets here. I'm not sure if it's a bug or a feature, so yeah. This appears to have been some sort of racetrack. According to not only the guide, but the wiki, there was meant to be some sort of race here between you and a member of the Atom Cats. Whether you would have won the power armor here, or what its purpose would have served, they were meant to have a much larger role in the game. I think they did get sort of dimmed down. It would have been awesome if they could have been like not a major faction, but definitely a larger one that you could have expanded. Now, here is Zeke's terminal, as well as his safe. If we open it up, you can have a little read. Not Zeke, set your peepers elsewhere. Unless you're looking for a knuckle sandwich, then go ahead. The Legend of Zeke, no looking. Rough ideas or notes. I was born in a tiny leather jacket. I grew up in Diamond City. Left when I realised that diamond was really just a tilted square. Good line, keeping it. Tell that story about how I fixed up an old vertibird but crashed it into the ocean. That explains why I don't have it anymore, right? Need a few chapters in power armour, why it's the cat's meow. Oh, and some tips on how to make it really sing. Don't reveal too much, they gotta need you for something. More ideas. Ran out of space or something. More ideas. Story about finding the garage. How I single-handedly saved a huge pack of ferals to claim it. Or Slade. How I met and assembled the Atom Cats and how I rescued them from their bad news lives and showed them the way of the cool. Also how much I love this cookie crew. Don't get too sappy though. Chapter in memorandum of Eamon Andy, the cat we lost too soon. Andy found all the rockin' tunes that we play in the garage to this day. Use this line, he will live on in our hearts and in our jukebox. Oh, they actually had a deceased member. I didn't actually remember reading about that, so that's pretty awesome. Then inside, you have a load of burnt comics. You have his greaser. I think he's wearing a unique one himself. And then a few other items. Over here is another paint job. Now, this one's free to pick up. It's the Hot Rodder. It gives you the big shark green sort of tinge look, and the shark goes across the torso. It's awesome, and I think it applies to every power armor, so that's awesome. Let's have a listen to Cat's Poetry Night. And as we do, I will show you around this place a little bit more.
Alright, cats. I call this one Metal Heart. Metal legs. Metal arms. Metal heart. Tool of war. Tool of peace, tool of art. I get into my suit, and I strut through the wastes. No fear.
Hey, Nosebleed, just where do you think you are?
The
This is
flames
Atom
on
Cat
my suit
territory.
burning, rising, glowing. The flames are hot, but I am cool. I walk. I run. I ride. My hands are strong. I am a man. No, more than a man. Because, man, I have a metal heart. Thank you.
Yeah, they seem to have these poetry nights for some reason. There is a few bedrooms just dotted about. Zeke sleeps in the trailer. Someone here sleeps up top, but they're all owned. We have Johnny D, and we have Duke that's also wandering about. We have Rowdy, and then the other members is Roxy. Peepers is their iBot, and then they've got Blue Jay and Zeke. The thing about them all is, well, Zeke's the leader, so you chat to him, and he'll send you a little quest to go to the Warwick Homestead.
Yeah.
Now, I will play tape number 2 and show you another little stash you can find.
This thing happened to me the other day. I call it hard shell. It's all me.
Marlock.
A walk on the beach, doing my thing, staying cool. A thing breaks the surface of the dark water. A pair of claws under a dome of gnarly shell. I'm caught. Off guard. Beady little eyes look at me from deep within the shell. Beady little eyes, full of hunger, full of rage. I pull out my gun and shoot. But the bullets only bounce off that crusty shell. Those beady eyes narrow as the shell devil grows angrier and angrier. He comes at me faster than before. A bullet finds its way through a crack in the dome. The demon screeches in pain. Those beady eyes close for the last time. I reap the spoils from the kill. And I think this thing and I, we are kind of the same. For I, too, am soft meat under a hard shell. Thank you.
It's really interesting poetry to listen to. Anyway, this is the Quincy Survivor note. You got it on the rowboat that you seen earlier there. Ma passed this morning. There's nothing left for us here. Natalie, not anymore. Mayor Jackson can't protect us. The Minutemen can't protect us. We gotta fend for ourselves. It's time to go. Meet me by the warehouse north of town around sunset. I've stashed some caps in a dumpster there. Got a boat down by the shore. We'll head up the coast. Make for the old waterfront. With any luck, we can be a good neighbour before dawn. Now, the reason you read that note, and we will listen to the third poetry tape, is because once you approach over here, you'll find a dumpster, and you have to read the note for this to spawn, and you get the Quincy Survivor Stash, which is usually 100, maybe 200 caps, which isn't the worst find in the world. We'll listen to the third poetry, and I'll show you a few of the other unmarked locations just dotted around the Adam Cat's garage.
I'm Rowdy, and I wrote this poem.
You're doing fine. What's it called?
It's called An Ode to My Hammer.
You got this, Rowdy.
An ode to my hammer, so heavy and nice. I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Oh, Rowdy, come back.
Nice wee explosive
Someone
box.
turn off the recorder.
And lastly, we have a military barge that was coming in to the harbour. Guarded usually by Mr. Gutsy. There he is. It also has, well, an explosive box at the back with some items. Though do be careful, the Marlurks that patrol this area, they are rather nasty. Now, where is the Adam Cat's garage? It's located at the bottom right corner of the map, close to the Warwick Homestead, which you should explore because that is for the quest line of the Adam Cats. By the way, you can also randomly encounter Duke, which is one of the members, scavenging around like a car or like somewhere in the wasteland. I've personally never had this encounter in 3,000 hours worth of game time, but apparently it is a random encounter. So if you've seen that, let me know in the comments. Next up's Poseidon Energy. See you over there. Thank you.